A Republican member of the Maine House of Representatives sent a letter to the state's top elections official calling for an investigation into whether Troy Jackson is legally eligible to be the Democratic nominee for U.S. Senate. State Representative James White of Guilford sent the letter to Secretary of State Shenna Bellows on Friday, one day before Jackson was chosen as the Maine Democratic Party's Senate nominee during a special convention. Now, Maine law prohibits candidates from filing for more than one federal, state, or county office at any election by primary or nomination petition. White says Jackson's candidacy violates this law. He is calling on Bellows to clarify where Maine law authorizes an exception. Jackson finished third in the Democratic race for governor in June, but then got in the race for Senate after Graham Plattner dropped out. Jackson's campaign says there are no merits to White's claim.